So for 616 Records, what I am dreaming to do is take the culture of Grand Rapids hip hop and show it to the world. There's a lot of people that are focused within here and only doing things here and being the best here and the whatever. That's cool and all. And I love that being a part of the culture, but I'd prefer that we bring and show our culture outside to the outside world. Because there's so much that we got to show. We have so much talent. And that's another thing besides, us having our 4 artists and us promoting our artists. I'd prefer to also push whoever is within Grand Rapids, push them forward within the culture as well.
I do gotta. So you always hear all the time, never mix family and business. And y'all clearly have mixed family and business. Yeah. So what are some of the things that y'all implement to keep everything copacetic and kosher amongst all of y'all in this, really a harsh business?
What I'll say is rules. Like, we always have set rules to make sure that the business is not affected by any type of family matter. And that if it is some type of family matter, we always have to, like, whoever it is, let's go out, let's separate that, let's talk about it. Or if we have to have a talk as a team, we're going to talk about it as a team to make sure that there's parameters that this doesn't affect us in any type of way.
Try to create high standards for ourselves for the most part.
Hard.
So your latest signee, Mr. Jakai.
Yep.
Tell us about that. Tell us how that all came about. What he means to the team and where y'all see what big things y'all see for his future.
Man, Jakai is one of the, and I don't mean like Grand Rapids, Michigan, United. I mean greatest artist that I've met ever. The ability that he has as far as to like be able to write, the ability of the way that he's able to like his metaphor, just everything, bro. Like as far as like as an artist goes, insane. What I can say is like the way that he came about is it started with, the friendship that I had through Jamon. We started working through that and, of course, meeting you and everything. The relationship really started when we started working on the Trauma Project and started doing shows where, I started inviting him to come around. He pulled up to a studio session. We chopped it up. And it was just another one of those situations, just like, pull up, let's hang out, let's talk. What happened? It was just natural. He was able to bring a lot of insight that we weren't even thinking about. That's another thing I can say. Like, he has an intellect that's just different than everybody else that's a part of the team.
All the time.
Different.
So
completely different. So like we're talking about a show where he's like, oh no, why don't we do this? Or like let's say we're talking about a music video, why don't you do this? I'm like, how are you thinking about these type of things? Like, and then there's so many different people in the room and, you have this person attacking these different angles that most people don't have. So that's that as far as Jakai goes. But as far as an artist, what I would want within 616 Records, I want to, push him all the way to the moon because he has the talent, he has the ability, he has the hunger, he has the mindset. He, out of everybody that I've met between him and Xander Taylor,
I was about to say him
have every aspect of an artist that you would want to succeed or you could see succeeding.
And they both fire MCs. Him and Xander, boy, I can't wait.
Those are my top 2 MCs in Grand Rapids. I know people might get mad at that,
Stamp
but it is what it is.
Those
are
my
my
top
it's on the flow.
MCs.
We gotta hold on. Time out. We gotta stop feeling the need to preface our opinions.
No, that's fact.
I know people go like, it don't matter. That's your opinion.
Facts.
If you feel disrespected by my opinion, that's a problem with you. That's not a problem with my opinion. So that's how you feel. This how you feel. Leave it there. I don't all that, man. How people like whatever.
Yeah.
What my dog trying to say is, fuck your life.
Now that you might get offended about.
But yeah, no, like top 2 MCs in Grand Rapids, those are my favorite artists like right now. Like, starting this business, I did it out of the love for music. Like I love music so much. Like sorry to kind of like drift off about it. But
Absolutely not. Keep going.
As far as music goes, like I had a music background that started with my great grandfather. didn't have a male figure in my life. That was my male figure. He taught himself how to play piano, guitar, bass. He could sing, and he taught himself how to play the saxophone, right?
Fire.
He was probably in his 70s or 80s when I was, around, and then he died when I was like 13, so I didn't have a
Rest
male
in
figure.
peace.
But he pushed me into music. He got me into have a love for music. And the thing is that there's certain music that I get to hear, and it gives me the same passion that I got when I was around my grandfather. Jakai and Xander give me that energy.
Fire. That's that stuff that's in the soul.
Yeah, for sure.
The rapping, for the most part, they're great storytellers, lyricists. Just sure you really feel their music when you hear them perform. I mean, it's crazy. Like the energy that they give off is something you don't really get from a lot of artists. Like when you hear them, it's like, man, especially like Xander. Especially when you hear him rap, you think of Kendrick Lamar, like his whole persona, how he acts, how he performs. He's good at interacting with the crowd and things like that. So that's what makes him special. Then Jakai, he's just man, the boy can spit.
So really
that's all I
quick,
say.
because Jakai has heard the Kendrick Lamar comparison as well. How do y'all feel like that may or may not affect them once they get out to a bigger playing field? Do you think that will be a knock against them, or do you think there's enough? While they're clearly, I think it's clear to say they're inspired by Kendrick Lamar. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But do you feel like they are different enough to be able to stand out amongst the crowd?
Great question.
I think that they are. We're at a season where you got to take it into this account. Like, how we had people that sounded like Kanye. You had people that sounded like Drake. You got to see those sounds because the sounds that they made, as far as like lyrically and skill wise, were a little bit easier to grasp and copy. Like, you had the Futures, you had the Young Thugs. Those are easier to copy. The Kendrick Lamar type aspect where, there's layers within their writing. They're personal. There's the cadences, there's the flows, there's so many different things, the pockets, all those took a lot of time. And now we're in an era where those artists that studied those, like Kendrick Lamar, are just now appearing. You're not able to hear them because they're able to get to that point. And I think that you're going to hear more people that are going to sound more like Kendrick Lamar, but of course within their own style. And I think that they're of course deviants of that, and they both have their own unique sound. Like, for me, it's like, Kai is like Kendrick Lamar, but you add a little bit of Isaiah Rashad. You get a little bit more vibiness within it. It's layered, it's deep, but it's a lot vibey in there. And then like Xander, for example, like Kendrick recently got street with like GNX, like a little bit more street with GNX. But Xander's able to do the street side,
100%.
100%. So like, and
Definitely
he's like
more
100. Like he can get into the street side. Period. Like he could do a
His
Detroit
flow
track.
is more street to
Right,
me. Yeah.
right. He could do a Detroit style if he has to. He can do a street bay type track and stuff like that. So yeah.
Fire.
Kind of was going through some mental gymnastics back in this late summertime. We going to church for my dog, chasing, Sundays when I'm available. I saw both of y'all brothers I was about to cuss. At church. At church.
Jerry would have had your head.
Man, how does God play a part in what y'all got going on?
Start off with me. I was told ever since I was able to talk, the first thing I started talking about was God. We didn't go to church when I was a kid until I told my mom. I saw a church. I pointed at it. I asked my mom, "What is that?" She said, "It's Jesus' house." And I was like, I wanted to go there. So God has been like a big foundation of my life, period. When I first started out, a little bit later, when I started out rapping, I was big into listening to like Lil Wayne and Lecrae, like mixing both of it.
Type.
And I always thought to myself, like, how would I be able to bridge the culture and stuff like that? Because, like, there's the overly gospel and then there's the, mainstream. How do you bring the people that are outside of the church to listen to you and stuff like that? So I always looked at myself as far as music goes is not Wayne. I would say there's Kendrick, then there's Lecrae. I'm in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hear music and stuff like that can bend towards both of those, that's me. If you want to listen to something like that, that's me. And at the end of the day, like, God is my number one thing ever in everything that I do. So what I try to focus on is, if there's any way that I can glorify him, I will. You know, same with my music. Like, you know, he's a part of my life. He's not like in every aspect per se. So it's not every track is going to be about him. But if there's some aspect that he's a part of it, of course I'll mention him.
Fire. Love that.
So I would say it's a big part of my life too. You probably don't even know it, but you know it. But my dad, he's a deacon at that church.
Yeah, Chase told me.
So,
Which his dad, I met his dad because he was my Kappa League mentor when I was in high school. So yeah, shout out Mike Brown once again. That's
You a Kappa?
I didn't go to college and pledge, but I would have. My grandfather's a Kappa, and that's how he actually really took it. Him and Clyde actually came and got me because of that. But yeah, I was going to, but I didn't finish college. But yeah, I was Kappa.
Let me say something real quick. For all you steppers that be at the party that don't have nothing to do with y'all fraternity, y'all be scaring the hoes in them. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all coming through to us. Y'all knocking motherfuckers out.
That's some Q dogs. That's not
Kappas.
That's
Kappa
some Q
smooth.
dogs.
The Kappa smooth.
Kappa smooth. Play it tight.
Hey,
That's
y'all
the
niggas
Q
be-
dogs. Talk about some roo.
Niggas be scaring the damn
Picking
hoes.
up females and stuff.
Knocking motherfuckers' heads off in that mug.
Ready to fight.
But go ahead, my dog. Sorry, just had to make that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was crazy.
Man, but nah, God's just a big portion of my life. You know, like I said, my dad's a deacon in the church, so you know I hear it. He preaches to me all the time. You know, my stepmom as well. She's big in the church as well. So they definitely implicating it a lot in my life, a lot lately, and especially over the couple years. You know, lost my big bro. So you know,
Oh, rest in peace, man. Sorry to hear that.
so that's what really got me closer to God and everything. You know, keeping great spirits and stuff like that. You know, learn to love yourself. And
Absolutely.
stay out of trouble and things like that. So I look up to God a lot now for things like that. So
Sorry for
I ain't mean to
your
get.
brother.
I
you
ain't
good.
mean to get
Nah,
sentimental.
hell no.
man.
You know
My
what's
bad.
crazy? When you started talking, I was like, I wonder if you're gonna talk about his brother.
Yeah.
That was like when you brought it up, it's just like, dang, like yeah, like rest in peace for sure.
Rest in peace
to
for
bro,
sure,
man. So more so, you know, back to you as the artist, Teyland. What's on the floor for you, man? What's coming up?
Man,
What are we doing?
a lot. What I'll say is I don't plan on doing anything within the year 2025. I am preparing for 2026. I am working on several projects, not just one, several projects. I plan on when I start dropping, expect me to come out swinging. When I mean swinging, I mean content every day, every single day. I plan on being able to drop several projects, several music videos, all of that. I really don't want to get into too much detail, but trust me, like, things are on the way.
When you drop some of that content, man, let the people know how they can get a crispy ass fucking hairline like that. God damn.
Man,
I'm letting that nigga hairline. I said, damn.
Yeah. that boy
Shout out
might
to
be
Yusuf.
crispy.
Hey, shout
AI.
out Yusuf. God damn. I said, this nigga hairline crispy to the bitch.
Hey, bro, that's what happens.
I'm about to put a little picture somewhere in here, bro, so I can see this shit close up. God damn.
Man, like I said, like before we even started this was the barber with an AI assistant. You feel me? Like it's on a different level.
Getting into AI, man. How y'all feel about AI? Trump in the market right now.
So I'm cool with AI being a tool per se, but not the way that a lot of people are using it within the industry, whether that be Timbaland, you know, taking people's beats and making stuff, or taking people to make songs, or
Has such a terrible
all that. I
downfall.
don't like for the fact people using AI for videos and stuff like that, where instead of like reaching out to a videographer or whatever, like, you know, there's ways that you could do it where it's proper. Like, for example, let's say, like, within my mindset, if you had drawn characters, right, you're not an animator. You may not have the funds to have an animator. Maybe you can just come up with an idea to come up with the animation and then reach out to somebody that actually could do it to help you out, because you did half the work and the AI gave you a concept. So you don't have to spend all that extra money. Using it as a tool, that's cool. But anything else besides that, I'm not cool with it.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just struggling to understand why, as human beings, we're okay with doing things that's gonna put other human beings out of work.
Crazy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like what? Like that's gonna trickle down to everybody. So like, yeah, a tool is cool. Like I love ChatGPT. I'm ChatGPTing questions all day.
Yep.
But when it come down to actual using my hands to get things done, like that's where I don't like. We was talking about that small talk. Like having somebody on the phone, I can't stand talking to no dang recorder. Oh, you need customer service? Okay, well, what do you need? Like, I just need customer service.
Right.
Like, just give me customer service. I will figure it out from there. I don't want to answer 3-4 of your questions to then finally get the person. Like, let me just get the person. Like, I don't understand. Like, we're putting ourselves out of jobs, and we don't think that's going to have an effect on us. It's crazy.
For sure. Even with the people who are have jobs within, creating AI. I don't know if y'all saw, but a good amount of these companies who are hiring people to work their AI are now getting fired because the AI has now got good enough that they process that they are now firing them.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they're able to code themselves and then
crazy.
Like I just saw recently someone created AI that will be able to build apps for you. Which is insane.
I seen the YouTube ad the other day. Sorry to hear. It's called Base 33.
Bro, that's insane. You will basically almost have no need for any human in general, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all see the thing that's out called Neo? The robot? I sent you that joint.
It's like $500 a month.
Yeah.
Extremely affordable.
This mug was doing the laundry for cats, telling cats what kind of spaghetti sauce he should use.
And you said $5 a month?
$500. Like it's $20,000.
No, crazy.
It's $20,000, or you get paid $500 a month to have that mug walk. That mug was opening up the door for people, all that, bro. Yeah, bro.
No, I imagine having to pay an employee $3,000-$4,000 a month. Health benefits and sick time, and you go pay $500, and you have a robot that'll come clean this motherfucker up.
All
and strong as hell.
The rich is gonna look like the people in Wall-E. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're
gonna be, I don't know, the middle, which is probably not gonna exist soon. The middle and below that,
bingo.
Right. The middle and below that, I don't know how we're gonna end up looking, but the rich is gonna look like Wall-E because they're not doing anything. It looks like that's crazy.
The middle class gap is closing.
Yeah,
it's closing pretty fast.
The movie I think about most is this movie with Justin Timberlake, and I can't remember.
In Time.
I know what you're talking about.
One of my favorite movies, and he got that's the thing I'm thinking. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, bro, that's what I'm feeling like. They gonna start telling cats, especially with the Neuralinks and all that stuff. I'm like, bro, you put that on your brain, they could hit a button, your joint.
No, that's the thing. They said that recently they use AI to look at look at cells.
Yeah.
And they de-aged it from 50 to 20. So they're able to age back your cells, and they're working with it using AI.
AI right now is telling motherfuckers at home if they need to go see a doctor because they might have cancer. It was a lady that, she talked to, I think it was ChatGPT, fact check me if I'm wrong, and she plugged in her symptoms. She sent pictures to AI, and it was like, you probably got cancer. Went in, ended up saving her life because she went in. If she would have just let it go, she would have died.
That's good. You asking questions and all that. That's
for sure.
Fine. I love that. I love that.
I got a negative for that, though. I got a negative for that. It was posted yesterday. ChatGPT will no longer give you legal advice and health advice.
I seen that.
Wow. Yeah. Because, I agree. That's a positive. That's 110% a positive because that saved a life, right?
Absolutely.
But now they're taking it away. Yeah.
Chasen had actually sent me something earlier, a few weeks ago, maybe, about MY, him saying about trends in AI and never be. I took some time to think about that, and I don't think that's true. I think when I get on the internet, I don't know what's going on, and I could put in ChatGPT, what should I do next? Or what can I do to separate the next wave? AI is technically creating that next wave of content or ideas and shit like that. So, man, AI, bro, it is goddamn. And then, another thing, too, for all you sucker niggas at the crib who making the Sora videos, and then what they doing is that these people is trying to cover up the watermark so they can pass the videos off as real.
Yep.
You niggas is some suckers, bruh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I don't know. I think we are
Anybody trying to get a leg up being a cheater is crazy.
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, anything in closing?
I just want to know where is 616 headed. What y'all got in store? I know you personally told us, but what is 616 got up his sleeve for 2026 that you can't reveal?
Yeah, so what I'll say is this. It goes along with me and what I said about myself. We are looking into building a universe. That's the best way to describe it. Like, so like look at the MCU. So like, you know, you got Marvel, you got DC, they all have their own universe where everybody's able to, all right, this is your favorite character, but this is when your favorite character gets everybody else and they're all working together. So like, you know, there's gonna be a universe, there's gonna be the Cam universe. There's going to be the Teyland one. There's going to be the Ja'Kai, Xander, Shane Edwards, what have you. And then there's going to be moments where we all meet together. Where that be, you know, content, whether that be like a video, us hanging out. You can see maybe a vlog or something like that. Whether that be a project, it's going to be something unique where we're all working together and you're going to have that type of fan base and that culture within us all hanging out.
That's hard.
Special shout out to Shane Edwards.
Yes,
You R&B niggas is trash.
Take that as grain of salt from a light skin nigga. How we like to before we get into y'all plugging everything, how we like to end every episode. You know, from our sponsor. Every episode is sponsored by Stock the Bar Vodka. I'm not sure if y'all brothers are
Shout out.
alcohol drinkers, man, but, you know, 21 and up, please drink responsibly. Shout out Daryl Reese. Shout out Deborah Reese. Where your favorite place to get it at?
At AC Hotel, which we got to stop by because I ain't been in Mix last time. You know, I had that issue, but we got to go.
Delicious.
It's been a minute since I had.
Delicious.
Got to get it with the what?
The fresh squeeze daily lemonade out the ACO too.
Yes, sir. This still how many times?
7 times.
7 times. Black on.
Black owned. First black owned vodka spirit in the West Michigan.
Yes, sir. Black
Word.
excellence.
Big shout out for that.
Come
for
on,
real.
man. Come on, man.
100%.
Anything y'all would like to plug before we get to our last question of the night?
Plug y'all Instagrams. where they
Yeah,
can
I
find
mean,
you.
yeah. So my name is Teyland. You can find me everywhere, Teyland, within all, you know, streaming platforms. And then social media, you probably find me under Teyland 616.
My name is Cam. I'm a DJ at 616 Records. My DJ name is DJ Cambeezy. You can find me on Instagram at DJ Cambeezy as well. I'm looking for Facebook. My name is Cameron Brown on Facebook.
That boy gave his government name.
Yeah.
Cameron Brown,
look,
tap in, get my man
tap
some.
in anywhere.
Yeah, come on,
I ain't hiding.
One more final question for the final question.
Yo.
Was your rap name always Teyland, or did you have some you know, a corny rap name back in the day that you was like, let me drop this
Oh,
off?
man.
I was just about to say something, but I can't say that on there.
Man. All right, look. I was always Teyland. But for the longest, my homie, so I was Teyland Avery. Because I was like, all right, yeah, you Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, Teyland Avery, you know? Like, use that. Don't look that name up. Please don't look up the music. I will, if you show me the music or anything like that, I'll fight you.
Putting the link in the bio. The link will be in the bio.
No, I'm just messing. Like I leave it there just so people can see the growth of where I started from and where I am now.
You just started another question.
Word? Yeah. Okay. But like, yeah, I leave it out there so people can see the growth. If it's removed, it was the powers that be, not me. But yeah, so there was a period of time where like I said, I was always Teyland. My homies were like, your name's Avery. They were high, of course. Your name's Avery. Put a SL in front of it.
What?
Slavery
It's
is
crazy,
bro. Oh my
Yeah, they
God.
they tried to push me on it. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then someone got a hold of my Facebook. This is like in high school. Someone got a hold of my Facebook and was like, my rap name is Slavery.
Wow.
I was so mad.
Yo.
Yeah, we
Hey,
fighting.
yo.
Yeah.
We fighting after that one game.
Yeah.
Really quick though, you said that word growth and having your old work out there. How important is it for the people to see your growth in your artistry?
I mean, I think that's the most important thing to build a fan base. Like, you know, you have the people that will follow you based off of clout or based off of the hype. That's because you're at your height and everybody else wants to jump on that bandwagon. But the people that were with you to watch your growth, whether that be your first project, your second project, your third, and you're all the way up, you make it all the way to like your 10th, 15th, when they're around that and they saw that growth, like that builds a relationship. Like, I'm a big fan of Kendrick Lamar. Like, TDE is like something, TDE and Dreamville, something that we model ourselves after because of the like relationship that I had watching them. Like, you know, I watched Kendrick Lamar as K-Dot. I listened to his music 2010 when he started changing his name to Kendrick Lamar. I watched him talk about killing 100 people and getting like a jag or whatever, and he didn't have it. And then he changed it, and he's like, nah, that's not me. I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to be honest. So I got to see that growth. Same with J. Cole. Like, you know, they didn't.
Jermaine Cole?
Yes, sir. Was he the therapist at first?
Yeah, he was the therapist. Yep.
The therapist, but like you get to see them go from, all right, they're dope, but you get to see their potential. They're not the best. They don't have all the flows right. They don't have all the this and that. They're trying to make a hit, and you know it's not a hit, you know? Right. And they built on, and you got that fan base. That's why I will always be fans of them, and that's why I think growth is the most important thing.
Fire.
We're going to use growth as the key word. I will announce it after my brother gets into the final question for my dogs right here. Growth is the key word.
So last question is really tell us some risk takers you think deserve to be highlighted and be on the show with us. And this is their personal invitation from you. If you could give us, since it's two of y'all can both give us at least two.
Mine is low-key funny because I told my barber after he gave me a lineup, I had to talk to his AI.
Yusuf.
Shout out to Yusuf.
Holler at you, Yusuf. We got to see this technique up close and personal.
Cam?
Shoot. Got me stuck on this question right here.
It's two people.
It's two people. So I don't know. Let me think. As far as like artist wise,
it don't matter. Anybody that you view as a risk taker, they can be a business person. They don't have to do music.
Okay. Shoot. Well, for one, I don't know. I think my boy Xander, whenever he come in town or something like that, I think he really needs to be on the show so y'all can get a good image of him for the most part. So that's one right there. I would say Jakai, but I feel like Jakai has been on here before.
He ain't been on here, but we gonna take care of that.
Jakai.
I was gonna say, like, if there was some type of way to be creative, the whole 616 team would be dope. Have all of us.
We can do that for sure.
Yeah.
That's a bet.
Fire.
All right. They gave their shout outs. The keyword, I got to go back and listen to the keyword. Ain't nobody about to be skipping the line. I want to know, I'm giving away $10. If anybody at home can tell me if this is a picture or it's painted or if it's both, which I got to have a keyword attached to it or I'm not giving y'all $10 shit. I need to know because we was arguing about it, not arguing, but you know what I'm saying, having a dialogue, dispute, debate, if it's painted or not painted or if it's painted and a real picture. So keyword plus y'all answer. I'm giving away $10. So
shout out to the Steve.
Shout out to the Muse.
Here. Shout out to the Muse. 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Have you guys done anything with it yet?
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
Okay, well, that's another person I would have recommended. So, okay, bet.
For sure. Well, it's your boy Osoloso, man. My dog Chasing Summer, man. We got two incredible guests from 616 Records right here. Cambeezy, Teyland. And we're about to close this one out, man. Any final plugs before I close it out?
Appreciate y'all at home watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
Comment, subscribe, please. Yes, I'm begging y'all. Break y'all damn wrist to do that shit. Yes, sir. It's the Risk Takers. It's Oso. We out.